as a response to Sora 2, the video generation tool from OpenAI, Google released their new VO 3.1 model that is pretty good, and I made my first video with it.
Sorry, guys.
The future is here, and it's being shaped by the incredible advancements in artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That's awful.
But it speaks better English than me.
It sounds nothing like you, though. You know?
No.
So talk me through that. How did you do that so quickly? Because you literally signed up just before the show.
Yeah.
What
So
did you provide it?
It asked me to use my private Gmail, which I did. I signed up for the Google One. This is my first time hearing of it. Google One, just like Apple One. And the first month is free. I signed up and then I just gave it a screenshot of literally this, like myself in this scenario. And I said, make a video about Cmd+AI and say this. But yeah, it just through Google Gemini, just sign up for Google Gemini, and there you can create a image, ask the AI just like, ChatGPT, or create video. So what is nice, it's all under one UI. It's in one place.
Because it looks really good. I mean, like, just to flash
the future is here.
To give it one image, and that's what it comes up with.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
It preserved a lot of like the stuff. Like my shirt is kind of like the same, but it added some artifacts. I noticed that the plants are roughly the same, but it kind of, I see that it is not my room. It has a lot of like resemblance of the room that I'm in, but it's not literally my. So it's really impressive. But I would still not use it. Not like I wouldn't feel like if I would want to say something, I would say it instead of doing it with that. But I have a really cool use case for it. We went for laser tag. So when you go there, regardless of like how good you are, there are always like a friend from the friend group who hasn't played laser tag. And for that reason, the owner has to give all of us a rundown of how everything works and the rules and, the introduction. And he gets a vest, you wear a vest with the laser gun and with the sensors, and he has to explain it all. So imagine he does this, I don't know, like 10 times a day. Now you might know what I'm going with this. So he has to repeat himself and explain the same thing over and over and again, like shoot here, shoot there. This is where the sensors are. Don't do this, do that. Things like this. So I got in a conversation with him, and we got to a point that it was very interesting, the idea that we could use an AI to transform, so he can record himself and we can transform it using AI and make something like potentially interesting out of it. This is where it gets a little bit tricky with these artifacts, but if we could reliably take that video and just add effects to it, would be amazing. For example, he does the full explanation, but then we turn him into Shrek or Darth Vader or like, any other character. Copyrights is another issue. Anyway, so I thought like with today's tech, what is really cool that I could like at least tackle this challenge of making a video of him in multiple themes, right? And then create an app. And I have no idea on what platform, but I know with vibe coding and, having you and having I could like get enough help like for you guys to help me at the right direction, to point me at the right direction. And then we could create an app that he could have on his TV, and people could like choose one of the themes and get the full rundown of how things work in the theme that they want. What is also an interesting point, he thought every time that people would watch that video, he would have to pay that, what was it, the cost of like OpenAI Sora 2 API, like 50 cents per second, something like this. He asked me, how much does it cost? I was like 50 cents per second. And in his head, it would cost 50 cents per second every time people would watch it. But
Right.
obviously we know that's not how it is. But it's also interesting that a lot of people, like normal people, and this guy is like even a little bit techie, maybe a bit outdated, but still techie. He didn't know how that would work, right? If you own the video or you don't have the ownership of the video. So there are still a lot of questions, and to me, it feels like we're so freaking early. And just knowing that we can do these things, it got me really excited. And he gave me like extra games, by the way. I got discount. I got
free consultancy session paid off.
Yes, it did pay off. And I'm sure he will give me many more games if I end up like creating something for him. But yeah, I should try to tackle this. It's really fun. This is like somewhere that I don't feel like, oh, AI, I'm not gonna use it. No, this is somewhere that I'm like actually genuinely interested in using AI, and I think it's a good use case.
This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.